The texture pack that we're reviewing in today's video is the Pattern Texture Pack by Minecraft. It's currently rated 4.4 stars out of 5 stars from 3,546 reviews, and it costs 490 mine tokens, which is the equivalent of £2.49 in my local currency. It says, decorate your world with this bright and colourful texture pack, filled with beautiful patterns and knitted animals. Let's get this texture pack reviewed. Welcome back to the home of the texture pack review. I am your host, the Dazman, and we are back for another texture pack review here today on channel Members Tuesday, where my amazing channel members get to decide what piece of content we make every Tuesday here on the channel. We have the Pattern Texture Pack to review today in this brand new creative world. So if you enjoy this, please do leave a like, drop a comment down below with your opinions, your feedback, your suggestions, your clarifications, and of course, your review of the pack. And if you're new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button as well. We're on the road to 6,200 subscribers. Would be awesome if we could hit that soon. Thank you very much for your support. If you would like to help me make content on channel Members Tuesday, then maybe think about becoming a channel member today as well. You can do that by hitting the join button as well. That's all of the YouTube stuff out of the way. So I'm going to jump over to the left hand side and we're going to get the GUI on the screen. Now, this texture pack is actually created by Minecraft themselves, which is always a fun time for me because I get to critique the actual makers of the game, which, you know, that's a little bit silly to do, right? They create Minecraft, they know what they're doing, but hey, Dazman is here to critique it and nitpick it, so why not? One thing I will say, this texture pack was released in August 2017. I'm fairly certain it's older than some of my viewers, and it hasn't been updated since January 2023. So, unfortunately, things like pigs, cows, and chickens have been broken by the Spring to Life update. It just goes to show that even Minecraft's own packs get broken by their own updates. So we won't be looking at those today, aside from just a quick here's proof. Now, that should be enough time for the GUI to finish. So let's have a look at the world. We've spawned quite next to a few different biomes, actually. We've got some weird trees over there. We got a big ocean. We got some ice over there. Immediately what I'm seeing here are bright colors. Very vibrant, very bright colors. The water is doing a weird kind of, I don't even know what that effect is. It's like a circular effect. I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but it definitely is happening here for me. It's very weird to look at. The sky, very plain, very normal sky color, really, and then you got that fancy sun up there as well. If we get down closer towards the water, we can see there is definitely some kind of psychedelic wavy animation going on here. This is a very old pack. You can really see it. There are harsh animations. We've got some very harsh textures here as well for the dirt. I would even go as far as saying that's texture variation right there, because they seem to be mix and matching. Darker circle, lighter circle, darker circle, lighter circle. How is it doing that? Oh, hang on. I'm being silly. It would help. That's not one block. That's a quarter of a block. That's why. There is no texture variation. There are 4 circles. I had my dimensions mixed up. But there's consistency here between the grass block and the dirt block, which is always good. It flows well. It's practically the same block. We've got these geometric triangles here for the grass as well. Very good green color, but yeah, you can really tell this is an older pack. And I don't mean anything bad about that. You can also tell that Lee and the Hive have probably had some input on this as well. There has definitely been some form of medication being taken here. No accusations. I do love the Hive. The Hive are awesome. Don't come for me. But yeah, I mean, this is crazy. Look at this. Pattern textures just kind of mean all sorts, really. I mean, the sheep here looking like he's wearing a what? Look at that face. Look at that face right there. How you doing, buddy? You okay? You look like you're wearing a jumper from Mrs. Weasley at Christmas right here. Okay. Fair dues. Let's just have a quick look at the shears. Oh, okay. Very pink base right there. Let's get a few extra sheep out here, different colors, and just see if that's consistent. So yeah, he's definitely been in the sun for a long time, but the colors are consistent when you shear them. The color of the wool is still indicated correctly on the bottom of the sheep. So that is good. We can just quickly show you as well. So the chickens, they're broken. There's no variation here at all. There's no fancy custom textures. It's back to vanilla here because of the spring to life. We can also grab a cow and just show that off as well, unfortunately. And then last but not least, we'll have the pig too and just show that off. So these have been broken by spring to life. It happens. I mean, you have to wait for the creators to update it with the new spring to life features for the variations. This hasn't been updated since January 2023, so I don't think it will be updated, but just bear in mind that could break some immersion. And then if we come over here, we've got animated flowers with these kind of windmill dandelions, okay? And we've got some windmill poppies here blowing in the wind, which is actually quite shocking to me that Minecraft have added movement and animation to a texture pack of theirs. Not saying it's the first time I've seen it, it just always strikes me as weird that they make a game that's very static, very standstill, and they've already openly put in textures their own little animations. How far are we from getting actual animations in leaves and grass? It's a question to ask, I guess. And then just looking around elsewhere, we can fly over here really quickly and have a look at some of the stone. What we got here, this must be gravel. I mean, independently, some of them are really nice textures. You've got some really nice patterns here. In a world together, that's very harsh with the sand. I like the sand texture on its own, actually. But next to the gravel, it doesn't match at all. Next to the dirt, it doesn't match at all. It's very harsh textures, definitely aging the pack. And it's going to have a lot of things still showing in vanilla as well because of how outdated this pack is and how in need of an update it is. But stone is here, kind of looking like sand. Not a big fan of that myself. What else do we have going around here? Wondered if we had any granite or diorite, but we'll see that in a little bit, I guess. But yeah, I mean, we can have a look at some horses. Let's see some horses while we're here. Let's chuck a couple down, shall we? And again, yeah, look, patterns and designs all over the place. Horse is probably one of the best mobs to show this off, really, with the different designs. I really do enjoy the colors. I just think it's very wacky, very, dare I say, Austin Powers-esque, which is just a bit weird. I don't know if this is your target audience for that, really, but yeah, I mean, very psychedelic and groovy, baby. We've got a skeleton horse here, a green skeleton horse with multicolored rib cages. You've been colored. Okay. Not bad. Someone's had a go with a Sharpie on you, mate. How are you doing? I kind of like that. And then we've got the zombie horse. Quite plain, unfortunately. There we go. I feel like it's been ages since I last done a texture pack review. I'm kind of out of practice. If I've missed something, I do apologize. But so far, independently, the textures are quite nice. As a pack, they're very harsh. They don't really flow together. It's a very outdated pack. You can really see it's from an older age. From before me, even. But with that being said, let's carry on the review. Let me know if you have any early thoughts down in the comments. Let's head over to a village and let's see what villagers look like. Did you know that Dazman plays games other than Minecraft? Head over to Dazman Plays and you'll see a complete catalogue of games that we play through from start to finish in long play videos, aiming for about an hour a video, start to finish, blind, playing through games and hopefully completing them. Or maybe you want to see Dazman react to a whole load of new content, whether it be other Minecraft content that doesn't appear on the main channel or other content in general. Then head over to the Dazman Reacts YouTube channel and make sure to subscribe to both and help both channels grow. Alright, so we're approaching a village now, and again, really seeing that bright color, those bright greens. There are some harsh textures off in the distance with the way they're merging in together. But the village itself, there's a nice touch of pink going in here with the wood. I kind of like the color sets. I could go without all of these wavy lines, especially here on the oak log, but I like the wood. Very nice. I like the cobblestone down here too. The different shaped cobblestones in there. Very nice. Path block, again, that is just geometry gone mad right there for some of these patterns. They're very hard to look at. I've got to be completely honest with you on that one. It's a nice hay bale down there. Got some crops over here as well. It's a very pretty pack, though, or at least it's intending to be a very pretty pack, if that makes sense. We've got Elmer the Iron Golem over. Whoa. You know what this is? This is like when your 5-year-old niece tries to say to you, like, hey, can I do makeup? And then you sit there and you let them, and then you end up looking like Bozo the Clown. I don't have any brothers and sisters, so that's not a true story for me. But I know that's happened to some people out there, okay? That's not this not start telling lies, all right? But yeah, you end up looking like that, and you get that shell-shot look on your face. I really like the patchwork design, though. That very fits in very well for the theme. Again, none of it really matches, though. Let's be completely honest. But this is for, definitely feels like it's for a younger audience. It's for a brighter kind of feel and aesthetic. I can live with it, but I can't. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get what they're going for, and I think they've hit it, but it's definitely, hello, how are you? It's definitely not for everybody, and it's definitely not for 2025, in my opinion. Let's see what else we've got going on with the villagers. Some of them rocking some cool shades. Some of them, whoa, you've seen some stories. It's okay, man. Look, if you speak to this lady here, I'm sure you'll get some help, okay? Let's go again. Look, this guy doesn't even care. That guy right there. All right, cool. It's teeny weeny beanie. I see it. All right, I like the characters that we got here. No diversity, though, Minecraft. What's going on? Need to get some diversity out here. Got to keep the game as accessible as possible to everybody. We need to start branching out on that diversity and accessibility. Start expanding and making it even more so, I think. That was a shame that there wasn't any there. I like the villager designs, though. It's a very soft texture pack in what they've gone for. Yet it's still, like I say, very bright, very harsh. It's a very weird effect. You can tell they've tried to soften some of the textures, tried to soften some of the design and art elements, while expanding and going crazy with color. I hope that makes sense, but that's kind of how I'm feeling with it now. Let's set it to nighttime, and let's see what hostile mobs look like. So the moon is rising over in the distance there. It's quite a nice moon. I mean, it's not as elegant as the sun, but it's trying. I like that little crescent shadow that we've got going on there, and in the bright 3/4 moon-esque. Not bad at all there. Looking at the world, it's quite drastically different to how it is at day. Like, normally you get a very bright texture world during the day, and then at night it still feels quite bright. They've managed to make it feel quite gloomy. Maybe it's because the sky was so plain, and so it's not really hitting much dark brightness on the sky. I'm not sure, but it's a very weird contrast, I think is the word I'm looking for there. Let me drink a night vision potion. Now remember, this is hostile mobs. There will be spiders, so all my arachnophobics out there, do bear in mind that there will be spiders. Not the most realistic pack that we're looking at here, so I don't think we have too much trouble, but that's not for me to say, just for me to give you a heads up. Now we've got a zombie over here. Okay, how you doing? I kind of like the teeth. I mean, obviously not, I don't want them, but like, I kind of like the effect that they've gone for on the teeth there. The eyes, a little bit of dread. Other than that, they're a bit basic in the face. And then again, with the patterns on the t-shirts, they've really used this as a way to, I'm trying to think of the word, experiment with clothing designs. And then also this guy looking like he's from like some sort of ghetto right here, covered in tattoos. That's the first thing that pops into my head there. I like the color gradient, the darker head down to the lighter feet. Not bad. Hello, buddy. How are you? Okay, cool. If we come over here, there's a witch. Hello. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look at those shoes. She's got high heels on. Okay. High heels, platforms. I have no idea. They're all the same to me, but fair dues. Big bug eyes right there. An earring as well. Hey, that's got character. I like that. That's cool. We've got a skeleton here too. Okay, there's a bit of a story going on here. So carrying on from the skeleton horse, it's the same tone of bone, slightly green. Then you've got the multicolors going on there. Awesome. Okay, I like that. And then you've got the face with the big eyes and a look of kind of dumb dread is the best I've got for you there. I like, you know what? This pack doesn't take itself seriously at all. I respect that. You know, that's one of the things I said earlier, that we're in, like, this isn't a pack for 2025. And 2025, especially 2024, was the time of realism and taking your pack way too seriously. We missed these times, right? Fun, vibrant, silly, stupid, not serious packs at a silly, cheap price. Like, I can get behind this. If this was updated, I'd be loving this, to be honest. Here's the spider, like a spider wearing what looks like a jumper. I'm fairly certain my granddad had a jumper like that. Like, fully. And then you've got the purple, the goofy face, the kind of teeth, pincers, nose, whatever that is on his face there. I can go with it, man. Sometimes you just need to be able to kick back and chill and laugh. And maybe we're not going to buy this pack, but for a review, it's not serious. I don't need to take this too serious. I like how fun and funny this pack is. Let's head out to the ocean now, and let's go and see what an ocean monument looks like. And so we are above an ocean monument. It's still nighttime with night vision on, and weirdly the animation of the water makes it quite difficult to look underneath, but the blue seems consistent with the water. Let's dive under immediately. Oh, that's good visibility down here, actually. Hang on, I like this. So immediately I'm seeing the prismarine bricks, again, very psychedelic, very crazy, very Austin Powers. Same for the prismarine with the multicolored bricks there as well. Could work well next to cobblestone even. I like that, actually. And I just like how unique these looks. Again, the prismarine bricks, it's so easy for texture pack creators to just make that weird Y shape. Minecraft haven't done that. They've reinvented the wheel here. There are some good texture designs here that I could see used in other blocks. Like, imagine a brick variant that used this, just to add that kind of weathered brick look. Oh man, the possibilities could be really nice. And it's good kelp as well. I'm not hating that at all. Oh, I like the sea lantern. Normally it's like an icy blue down to an icy white kind of gradient. This is like a yellowy orange. Okay. Hey, they're cooking here for me, you know. This is so weird. How am I going to give this a high score when it hasn't been updated in a year and a half? And it looks like somebody's on some heavy duty medication. Okay. We got a bright red eye. Okay. Here we go. Hold the phone, Daz. We've got an Elder Guardian here and a normal Guardian. Red and blue. My favorite color and my channel color mixing up quite well here. Okay. The pattern's kind of understated on each. Not bad though. Good quality in my opinion. Out there. Crazy. I like it. Okay. Not my best ever Guardian texture that I've ever seen, but you know what? I kind of appreciate it. Do we have any drowned? Yes, we do. Down here. Hello. So the drowned. Okay, so the drowned very much looking like the cousin to the zombie that we know it is. It looks like a copy and paste texture all the way down to the weird teeth. A few other elements. This seems to be before they hit the 3D models of the drowned here. There's an implied 3D, but not real, like with the torn skin and the weird effects on their head there. But okay, not everything can be good, but I like some of the elements here, and I think that works really well for the pack. I like them in a bubble. I like them independent. The pack as a whole, no, it's not really for me, I'm being completely honest, but independent, mixed in, there's really good pieces to this puzzle, in my opinion. Remember to let me know what you guys think. We're going to head over to the trial chamber now. There's very little updated there. It's just the copper blocks. So we're just going to fly in there and then we'll head to the armory, but want to keep consistent. So let's go to the trial chamber. So we're in the trial chamber, and like I said, look, tough, not updated. The copper bulb's not updated, but we do have an updated copper for the oxidized type, where they've really gone heavy on the patterns. Same again here for the cut copper, looking like it's borrowing from the dirt textures with that 4-segment face. We've got, what's this? So wax chiseled copper, not updated, but then the waxed block of copper has a weird pattern to it as well. And then we can see here the breeze not updated either. So yeah, it's a shame. Unfortunately, that's what happens when packs just get ignored. What is this? This is a mangrove leaf and a mangrove tree, apparently. There you go. The things you see when you're doing texture pack reviews. But yeah, not very updated. Let's head over to the armory then, and let's see what everything looks like. So here we are then in the armory, and we can see how the world generates. And again, it's just a massive color difference to vanilla here. We've got like pastely, soft, bluey purple. How many words does it take to describe one color, Daz? We've got some green. We've got some darker kind of grapey purple there as well. Okay. Bright orange for the lava. All right. I mean, like I said, this pack is not taking itself very seriously at all. And independently, some of them are really nice, but they don't match up very well, which is a shame. You've got the cherry blossom trees, not updated. We've got the oak trees here. Birch. Is that birch? That's not birch. Spruce, even. That's birch right there. Okay. That, I believe, is jungle into acacia. Pale oak's not updated either. Neither is the creaking. You've got the dark oak here, a little bit green in areas. And then you've got mangrove. Nice. I did think I saw some purple trees. We might have to keep an eye out for those when we get back to the main world. If we get a chance, actually. But there was some purple leaf trees. Maybe I can see them here. Why am I doing this in a pack? Why am I doing this unprepared? You should never do this unprepared. Was it birch? I felt like it might have been birch. No. Not sure. Oh, well. There was some purple leaves. Must have been biome specific, I guess. We'll see if we can see it. If not, then we can't, I guess. We've got the doors here as well. Again, very good quality for the ones that have been updated. And then the vanilla ones really do pull you straight out. We've got the beds, different patterns for the beds. We've got the trapdoors and the carpets. The walls here as well. The one thing you can say about Minecraft texture packs, they're very good quality. Almost all of the time. Like, they know what they're doing when it comes to making the textures, right? And they can make them be very different to vanilla, which is so good. It's like they're not married to their own designs when they do these texture packs. We know they're married to certain designs when they do updates, but not when they do these texture packs. I like the ores as well. They're not too bad. I guess they're not very colorblind friendly though. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell what each one was. I mean, you'd be able to tell diamond and lapis, but redstone, coal, gold, they're all the same. That could be a problem. We've got the glass here, different designs on different colors. Not the biggest fan of that myself. And then we've got the different blocks here as well. So let's have a look and just fly over again. Good quality. They look well made. There's no blur on these textures that are custom. There's more blur on the vanilla than there is on the standard, which is a shame. Did they step back when they made these? Look at this. What block is this? Mossy stone looking like it's bleeding through. Sand. It's always difficult to do the armory in an outdated pack because so many blocks don't look like they fit in and they break the immersion. We've got the wandering trader and some camels here in some crazy patterns. The camel, the sniffer, the slime. Oh, I like the slime. Blue slime with the wavy lines. Not bad. Again, the wall with the patterns here as well. The coral blocks. Again, independently, I like them. They just don't work together, unfortunately. I like the creeper face. I like the wither in that one there. Okay. Mad designs. Mad designs here. This is like midlife crisis kind of designs right here. The different colored bricks are good. They're very good, in fact. Yeah, I like them. I do. I don't like the pack, but I like the blocks. Is that allowed? Is that allowed? Can I give it like a 2 as a pack, but a 6 or a 7 as a block design? Oh, look at these, are nice. Again, when it hits the color, taking itself not too seriously, it's very good. They've even updated the frog lights. How old are frog lights? These are relatively new to me, and yet these are updated in a pack that hasn't been updated since 2023. Wow. The cactus here as well. Okay. And then if we pop over here, so we've got the paintings looking very nice, very colorful. We'll start with the wood tools, very basic, same color as the stand, more or less, maybe a little bit darker shading. The leather armor, what is going on there? Okay. Massive amounts of color there. Over here, we've got the chainmail. They're going for something here. I'm not quite sure what. It's a shame there's no transparency there. Stone tools, very multicolored. Okay. Into the gold. No, this isn't gold. This is iron. Okay. Wow. They've gone more for outfits than material here. With the pink weapons as well. This is, wow. Okay. I wasn't expecting this. Gold, very plain and basic, actually, for what we've seen here so far. Copy and paste on the tools, but I expected that from Minecraft. Their own tools are copy and paste, you know. They seem to be married to those. Shame, but what can you do? At least they're consistent with the colors. This one is definitely Austin Powers here. Look at those colors. Okay, and then we've got Netherite here. Super cool red design. I like that. I like that. All right, I like those, yeah. Some of them are weird, crazy, wacky, but I like the Netherite. The Elytra looks all right, doesn't it? The Trident, multicolored. The shield, nice little face design. What is going on with you? Okay, let's put you on then. Nice little touch to have that thing on the top of the pumpkin. We'll put that on. Quite a basic standard there. And it's quite a simple derpy face as well. What is going on with that derpy face? I have no idea. Obviously the bundles, the mace and the heavy core, not updated. Silly question. I don't play survival, right? And this will probably show me who's watching at the moment. What do you do with a heavy core? Is it just to make the mace? I never see either of these in my survival world. I barely play survival, but yeah. Someone educate me in the comments about the heavy core, please. And then if we click this, we have got custom heart and food and XP bars. Good, good, good. Okay. Again, following the theme of the pack. Wacky, crazy, a few nice things here and there, but overall, yeah, you're not going to be sober with this. Can I say that? Probably not, but I did. So there you go. Let's head to the Nether now. And let's see what's going on there. And just a quick in-between sections here about the tree. So it looks like leaves are biome-specific coloured because there's some yellow leaves here for the acacia trees, which was definitely not how it looked in the armory. We had more of a green style here. And then over here as well for the jungle trees, you've got lighter green, you've got darker green. So it definitely seems to change depending on what biome you're in with those leaves. And there was a purple tree. I haven't been able to see it, but I just wanted to show off the fact that you do get different color leaves depending on which biome you're in. Right, let's head to the Nether then. All right, so into the Nether we go then. Let's let this load in. Okay. There seems to be like a soft blue fog, which is very bright blue fog as things try to render in. We've got a custom animated fire here as well. Let's stand in this. Oh, wow. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Takes up quite a lot of the screen. That's quite nice. Again, a little bit crazy on how it's like puffing upwards there. But yeah, that's kind of nice. We've got the piglins here. A zombified piglin. Quite a basic face, which doesn't really fit the rest of him. And then again, oh, they do have 3D textures. He's got a big chunk taken out of his back, out of the side of him there as well. Why wasn't that on the ground then? That's weird. Okay. And then if we come over here, what have we got here? Magma blocks, weird pulsing light. Okay. Quartz blocks. Soul sand has animation. That is a heavy animation on soul sand on there as well. Okay. Wow. They tried a lot of things here. Piglin down here as well. Looking like he's about to go running. Weird, but okay. How are you? Let's pop over here. It's a very bright blue. Does that change depending on the biome? We're obviously in the Nylium. Is it Nylium? Warped biome. The warped Nylium biome. Popping in here gets a lot greener. Okay. Kind of feels like an alien world. Oh, look. There's a fortress here too. How lucky does it get? Pop into the lava here, see what happens to that color off in the background. Does it change? No, because we're still in the warped biome. Okay. It's a weird effect though, isn't it? It gives it like a weird glow. Weird. Just very weird. Let's fly around here then. I like the bricks. The multicolored purple and pinky bricks. Very nice. Massive mushroom. Almost looks like a clown's legs. Okay. What have we got going on? I can hear things. Ah, here we go. We've got the wither skeleton. Ah, just a cousin to a skeleton there. Maybe a few less colors on the ribs. But it just looks like the cousin to this guy. Okay. Not really a different facial either. Up here, do we have any blazes? Yes, we do. Here we go. Whoa. Okay, nightmare fuel. Nightmare fuel. That is one of the scariest blazes I think I've seen in a while. That is a weird pattern and a weird tooth. I'm not talking about you, bro. You're okay. You are not that bad compared to you. Okay. All right, let's get the wither out here then. So, oh, I've thrown away my soul sand. That's not what you want to do. Where? So hopefully just one quick edit later and we've got the wither spawning in. Very fast, very derpy face. Some of them have blindfolds. That seems to be a reference to something, I believe. The eyes covered. The one guy looking. Okay. It looks very Wallace and Gromit in the face. Very weird. Okay. This was a weird Nether, to be honest with you. I mean, I like this glow of green. It's not going to be for everybody, but it gives it that kind of alien feel, especially with the effects flying around. But then the different colors are still a little bit crazy. The bricks for the Nether Fortress felt good, but then the mobs just felt weird. That was a nice transition there as well. Got the magma cubes there. They're not the same color as the magma blocks. That's a shame. There's a crazy Strider guy over there as well. It's, yeah, I mean, again, I applaud the pack for not taking itself seriously, but it definitely doesn't take itself seriously, and I'm not going to sit here and try to either. Let's head to the end now, and let's see what the Ender Dragon looks like. And then into the end we go. Oh, Endstone is a nasty pattern. That is not a nice pattern at all. If we come up here, we've got a grainy end. It's not too bad, but it is grainy. Got an Enderman, again, very derpy. What is going on with the flowers on the eyes? Did somebody watch Austin Powers before they did this pack? I don't like the Endstone at all. It's very bad. It hurts my eyes. We've got a very colourful Ender Dragon, though. Again, psychedelic. Almost like a peacock with the colours. I like that, you know. There's kind of like a Mexican Day of the Dead vibe going on. Peacock feathers going on, colourful, psychedelic. I like this more than I don't. All right, in the air it did look a little bit like a giant chicken, but I like that more than I really should. Let me know what you guys think. I'd be very interested to know what you guys think. This is a very old pack. Just remember that. It's not updated. Remember that. We're not going to be putting this up there with the 10 out of 10s. Just let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm going to head over to the Ancient City now. Let's see what the Warden looks like. Would it be updated? So we're in the Ancient City then. Whoa. Okay. Okay, hang on a second. Here we go. That is crazy. All right, first things first then. I really like the blue of the stone. We saw that in the world generation from the Armoury, how that was looking. I really like that. And then contrasted with the green, it makes it feel alien. It makes it feel overgrown. It makes it feel diseased. That's a nice effect. Again, doesn't feel like it should be in this pack, but we've got the bubbly patterns going on. Okay, I can honestly say I wasn't expecting that. You've got the crazy birthday cake color ladders, the lanterns. I'm guessing that's the soul lantern looking crazy as well. Wow, there's just so much going on here. Let's get the Warden out here. And the Warden's about to spawn. I lost count. Oh, wow. Okay. I like it. I like it. In a bubble, in this world, I like it. Like, how out there is that? They have made no attempt at justifying anything here. They've taken nothing serious. They've tried things. Hey, I like that. That is so cool. All right, so what am I going to give this pack out of 10? Oh, the urge to give it a high score is really there, you know, to really appreciate the different creativity, to really appreciate the out there psycho nature of the pack. But in honesty, I've got to give it a 3. Even my dogs are barking in the background. They're going crazy. I've mucked around my audio, so I don't know how badly you can hear them, but I'm just going to keep talking. I'm giving it a 3 out of 10. Nothing matches anything. Nothing is serious at all. It's crazy colors. It doesn't even look like it suits itself in most places. I applaud the creativity. There are certain things I would pinch out and like be like, oh, this could be looked really good if it was refined and made a bit nicer. But no, I can't take this pack seriously. There's probably a reason why Minecraft have let this pack die. And yeah, 490 mine tokens, you can't go wrong. I'm not upset by it at all, but I'm not going to give this a good score. I give it a 3 out of 10. Let me know down in the comments, what do you give this out of 10? Let me know what your opinion is. Please do leave a like on the video if you enjoyed the review. And if you're new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button. Thank you once again to my members for picking the topic for a channel Members Tuesday video. If you'd like to become a channel member, just hit that join button and you'll have the same options and opportunities. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!